Welcome to Front of Jump, your source for all things hip-hop. I'm Syllable. This is my co-host,
Mr. White.
And today we're featuring Azazel the Marine. Welcome to the show, Azazel. I appreciate you being on the cast. Let's talk about some of your musical influences growing up and how they shaped your lyrical style in hip-hop.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for having me. My biggest influence as far as hip-hop is Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, people that really carved the fucking culture back in the day, like Big L. I'm a big old school hip hop fanatic. I love just lyricism. I love just wordplay. I love just being able to say like, okay, that sends some chills down my fucking spine.
That's dope as fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Eminem is a great lyricist.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you named some heavy hitters there. I mean, even Big L, unfortunately passed too young. He was supposed to be one of the next great lyricists, like a Nas coming up in his day. A lot of people missed that mark on like what's going on out here. And I want to know, with those being your influences, how does that impact your creative process? Like, what do you think that listening to their music has helped you do as far as shaping your own?
Yeah, how do you write a song?
I really take a lot of time just creating the perfect punchline. You know what I'm saying? The perfect metaphor, the perfect simile.
Nice.
Because a lot of this googly moogly shit is just, I be like, yo, what the fuck's really going on in hip-hop?
Yo, like the mumble rappers, bro.
I mean, hip-hop was supposed to be about lyricism, bro. And now, nowadays, it's just like, it's about the beat. It's about just, you know, oh, can you play this in a club? But to me, hip-hop was about wordplay, lyricism, bro. Like, I'm big on that with my music.
You know, and your song Godfather, you have a ton of alliteration with the letter G.
Yes.
That was very talented. It reminds me of Blackalicious. That's a dope song that you got with your new album coming out, Money Wars, which is pretty phenomenal wordplay that you got there that you're also exhibiting from your influences, from what you prefer in hip hop. We see that in your music as well.
Yes, Money Wars, I dropped it on Halloween. So it's been out for a month and some change. And it's already got like 66,000 streams. So like I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, man. Props, man. That takes a lot of work, you know, the independent music grind is something that a lot of people don't see. But, you know, all the effort that he has to put in to get that is X times as many as a standard industry artist. Much props on that.
Just give us a little bit of background on where you're from, where you cut your teeth at, how you got into rapping.
I was born in Trinidad, and I grew up in New York, Brooklyn. That's why, you know, when I come to Texas or anywhere I go, they be like, where are you from? Because they can just automatically tell
that you're not from
BK.
You know, so New York, man. New York is my stomping ground. I moved out to Austin like 10 years ago, and I've been off and on here and there. San Antonio, North Carolina, fucking Florida. Like, I just try to stay moving, you know what I mean? Growing up, like, I really didn't have a lot going on in my life. Music, rap was the gateway. I think that's how a lot of people feel. Like, you got shit going on in your life. You just got to go listen to some fucking bars. You know what I'm saying? Listen to some music. You're going to be on a righteous path from there.
Nice. You know, one of the things that I've seen as a theme in your music is that you have talked about making bad investments. You've also talked about of Money Wars in the song. You talk about how people have critiqued you for working too hard, which sounds retarded to me because it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend you because I got my grind on and I'm making money and I'm making moves? Oh, my bad. Let me lower myself for your expectations.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like,
it don't make no sense, man.
See, as an artist, it's like, bro, I've been fucking scammed, banned, hated on, you know, loved. I feel like it doesn't matter what you do. You got to just stay on your own righteous path and not get caught up in the distractions. Because that's what people fuck up at. They get caught up in distractions. And like, I'm just laser focused. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. You know, I just want to fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to go. If I need to go fucking write a song. I'm going to go to the fucking studio that day and lay it down. I'm not trying to bullshit.
That's the most deaf. You know, don't talk about it, be about it. That's what he said.
Yeah, man.
You know?
And I think that when people are really putting a lot into their passion like you are, you give some powerful messages for people out there. Like, if you want some affirmations to really help you get through whatever difficult times you're going through, being laser focused on an objective and a goal will change your life. It has changed all of our lives in this cast. And being focused and stop letting the noise from the outside really wrap you up. So I would say, as far as your music, do you want to talk about some of the challenges of just being in the music industry, trying to make music? Because I think people just think you just walk in, press play, and then now you got a track. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot, man. Like, for the longest, I was just a recording artist. I recently started back getting on stage. Just had a show at Come and Take It Live. It turned out good after not being on stage for so long, because it's about the presence. It's about breath control. It's about, like, all these little fucking details to be an artist. It takes a lot. And when you fucking passionate and you doing it with passion, people are gonna fucking recognize it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
Real recognize real. You know, one of the things that I've seen that is a theme in your music is that you do talk about money. Of course, it's money wars, but one of the things that you don't often hear when we're talking about hip-hop, we're talking about money, unless we're talking OGs like Nas, you don't hear about investing. What is the message you'd like to convey through your music? Because I think it's dope that you're dropping terms like this, because I think it expands the perspective of the listeners instead of just money, bitches, and weed. Right. I know this track wasn't supposed to be about money, bitches, and weed, but by the way, money, bitches, and weed.
Yeah, exactly, yo. But I don't know, like, I've spent a lot of money on myself getting to where I'm at. I'm still not satisfied. You know, I've made investments as far as publications, a billboard in Times Square, so many different things that you can do. Yeah, man, like, and that wasn't cheap. That was like $4,000. People don't realize this shit is a 24/7 fucking grind. You gotta have really tough skin to be in this industry, because people are gonna try to attack you. They're gonna try to judge you, critics. But you're not for everybody. So, like, you just gotta pay attention to the people that are paying attention and then block out everybody else, you know?
You gotta stand for something or you fall for anything.
Exactly.
And so you've collaborated with various artists and producers. Is there any notable collaborations that you're real proud of that you'd like to share?
Legion DYs, you know, Mr. White, they're the homies, you know. And I only collaborate with people that I feel are actually on that caliber of lyricism and, like, passion. They're my top pick as far as collaboration, because I don't really fuck with a lot of people.
Nah, thank you. Yeah. I never heard you say nothing like that, so I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, like, you got skills, man. Legion got skills. I don't want to fuck with nobody that's not about it. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're going to put all this work in and they're going to half-ass it. But y'all never half-assed at all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, for real.
I want to take this moment to kind of segue into maybe some more current stuff that's been going on, right? So, you know, recently, Andre 3000. I don't know, do you listen to Outkast? Did you rock Outkast?
I back in the day, I haven't heard his new album yet. Okay. I need to go home and listen to it now.
No, we actually did a rendition of that in our last episode. Mr. White went doo-doo-doo-doo. That's about it. You got it now.
Without listening to the album, I'll kind of lay out this prompt, right? So let's say your favorite hip hop artist, favorite lyricist known for barring it out, drops a completely experimental, non-rapping project. Like, I'm not saying like judge Andre 3000 for doing this or not doing it, but what do you think about like a transition like that, like in terms of music? Do you ever just flip and do like some experimental music? Obviously you're doing rap right now, but would you like ever do any other type of music?
You suddenly take up the mandolin.
You know, I wanted to get into R&B.
Okay.
And, you know, harmonization, just harmony. It's one of those things like reggae, EDM. There's a lot of fucking things I kind of want to try out, but I'm not gonna venture.
You're not gonna be making no experimental flute music.
No.
Hey, I appreciate that.
So
man. I mean, look,
17
you got
years,
good bars. You got good bars.
Okay,
17 years later, we've been waiting on 3 Stacks to come out with some amazing stuff. 17 years later, he brings you some flute music. Yeah. 100%. No bars.
I'm still upset about it.
And so some fans are very disappointed. Some fans accept it. But now on a recent interview on like NBC, ABC, one of the news stations, he revealed that he actually is writing lyrics. And I don't know if he's writing lyrics after the backlash from that. Or if he really was.
Oh man, I done messed up. I gotta go. I gotta get back in the
Was he already writing it before, or what did he just now start? Like, what do you think, in your opinion?
Man, I haven't heard the album. So now that you guys talk about it, now I have to go listen.
I'm not going to recommend it to you because at the end of the day, we all respect rap and lyricism. Like somebody that we like to talk about a lot is Lupe, right? He's always doing cool stuff. So what Lupe Fiasco did is he went and he actually took the flute instrumentals that Andre made and rapped over them.
He rapped over them.
And he crushed you, Lupe, for coming back and saving Andre.
Throwing a fucking life preserver to Andre.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
Wow.
I mean, look, think about one of the biggest hits, right? Miss Jackson.
Right.
This was about his breakup with Erykah Badu. Have you ever heard a more bumping club track for a breakup song?
Yeah, nah.
My God.
Miss Jackson is definitely a classic. Give Andre a pass because he done made classics.
Exactly, but come on.
What else we got popping lately? J. Cole. Your dude, J. Cole. Do you think he's gonna get Lyricist of the Year? I know that's something that's been around.
I would love for that to happen.
How you feel about Cole, Azazel?
I think he's definitely top-notch, top-tier lyricist because I don't want to listen to some you don't want to listen to some fucking flute music. You want to hear some shit that's gonna
get you moving.
Yeah, bro.
You want to kick a snare.
Yeah.
So have you heard his last album from Drake, For All the Dogs?
Have you heard the Drake project? Probably not.
No, man. I've been focusing on I do, like, initially, but I don't know. But
like, as of lately, I get it. We the same way. As of late, it's been hard.
Well, so it's interesting. He released Evil Ways with J. Cole, and that track killed it. It's dope as fuck. It's like old Drake coming back because of the backlash from the fans for All the Dogs because it was all singing. And there was very little, like, there was no flow between tracks. He tried to imitate Travis Scott with random dropouts, but didn't do it well.
I mean,
like, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There were some good moments on there, but because of this backlash, Drake, and including from us in our review of the album, Drake released a
Scary Hours 3.
Yeah.
He's tactical. So, like, you could obviously learn something from him in the sense of, we talked about the fact that he doesn't let stuff linger, right? Like, if he sees that his audience is having issues with whatever he's doing, he'll drop some more new music out of nowhere. Like, he's really good at just knowing how to read the room and be like, all right, okay. In terms of new artists, you got anybody but Cole and Drake? We just bringing them up because they popping right now. But who do you listen to?
I don't know what they're doing now, but like they're called the Underachievers. You guys ever heard of them?
No.
So.
They're from Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, and they're really good with the lyricism and like the hard hitting beats, like really bass heavy and shit. And they talk about a lot of like third eye shit, astral planes, and like people need to be listening to like something.
So you not Kodak Black isn't your
favorite
your top 10?
No, man.
You don't have a face tat of him coming soon?
Man, I honestly don't really be listening to other artists like that.
That's fine.
I'm getting the sense that you an old school head. So let's talk hip hop for a second, generationally, okay? Coming from back in the day, we got, Gil Scott-Heron to 90s and 80s hip hop, whether it's, the Cold Crush Brothers or whether you got Run DMC, all the way up to the trap ATL explosion, early 2000s, post the 90s. And then we have the mumble rap era, we have the SoundCloud rapper era, we got whatever the fuck we're in right now. Like, it's interesting to see the evolution of hip hop. But there's been a lot of controversy of what is hip-hop, what isn't hip-hop, who has the license to determine that. So I've worked with Malik Yusef, that is Kanye West's producer. And one of the things that he's criticized, it's not always up to the old cats to determine, I guess, the GPS for where hip-hop goes. And sometimes we can learn something from how the new interpretations of hip-hop from the new jacks. I would like to hear your opinion about how hip-hop has changed, how you feel about it right now, and what do you think it's lost or gained over the years?
Lyricism, man. It gets down to that. Like, for me, it's just hip-hop back in the day, it used to bring a message. It used to, bring the fucking power to the people because, you'll be sitting at the crib and you'll throw on some NWA and they'll be talking about like what's going on in the fucking world with the police brutality and shit. Like, so like, I don't want to like mention no artists, but like
what you hearing today is just not. You ain't giving it a passing grade. Like you basically like it's lightweight music to you.
It's a few people, J. Cole, Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could tell. Like I said, it comes down to the passion, man. If you rapping, people can tell if you're passionate or not. Yeah. From the way that you fucking rapping. So like, I don't know. Hip hop to me, like Nas said, hip hop is dead. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna bring it back to life. Fuck that. That's how I feel.
Hey, speaking of Nas, man, his run lately with the last projects, he's been crushing it, man. Like, I will recommend you go listen to any of the last 5 Nas projects, because he got with Hit Boy, and Hit Boy turned his instrumental game to 10, and now it's like Nas with good beats is like, it's not even fair.
He is educating younger generations about having an exit plan from the hood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The message, bro. Like, you gotta be fucking speaking some real shit. You can't just be like fucking ABC and shit. Like, you gotta be fucking bringing that content, man.
That's dope as fuck. You know, one of the things that I think, if we could distill this down to the finest level, it really comes down to soul. If you're not making music for any other reason but to make money, fans can feel that, or not 100%. Feel that. And if you're actually making music because it's an expression of something that you have to say, that's a different energy, right? And I think on that level, I would like to just say we appreciate the energy you bring to the music, to the tracks that you release with your coming up album. What would you like to shout out to the fans or draw attention to or promote? If you got something, please do it now.
I tell you what, like, my focus is so focused right now, laser focused, man. Like, you gotta have that shit in this fucking game, man, because people are gonna fucking come from left field. You be on your, just minding your business, and motherfuckers just come out of nowhere with some dumb shit. And you're like, bro, I didn't ask you to come here. I didn't ask you to be here. You know,
I was walking down the hall one time and a dude came out and just punched me in the face, and I whooped his ass, but it was just one of these random things.
That's the exact
it's like out of nowhere. No like, reason. Just wanted to start some shit.
It was sideways. Shit go sideways fast.
I'll be doing a bunch of shows for the rest of the year in Austin, Texas. You can follow me on all platforms, Azazel the Marine. That's my handle across everything. SoundCloud, you know, YouTube, TikTok, I'm on Snapchat, whatever you got, just put in Azazel the Marine. My next album, probably gonna be dropping one in the next, I don't know, 2-3 months. That's my goal. But my recent album, Money Wars, is hitting right now. I dropped it on Halloween. You need to go fucking tap in because this shit is blowing up.
Well, Azazel, I just want to say we appreciate you from coming on the cast.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for taking the time to talk about your music and hip-hop. Comment below what your favorite Azazel the Marine track is. Like and subscribe, and tune in for another episode of From the Jump.